Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Naruto Chapter 631 review. That is, once again, Naruto Chapter 631 review. So, this week's chapter, Naruto. Yo. Everything that happens before Sasuke is actually not that bad at all. In fact, the scene where the Hokages come in there and they do their thing, we have Minato going to Bijou mode, which I'll get into later, and then we have them forming the formation of the Four Red Suns. It's actually pretty good. It really is. Everything that occurs after Sasuke gets in there, now that right there is where things get a little bit, to say the least, a little bit problematic, despite what other people may say. And I'll tell you as to why that is. Because there are those who understand what the problem is, obviously. But then there are those who don't fucking get it. And my job is to make you get it. So, let me go page by page, panel by panel, and I will explain to you as to why before Sasuke, not that bad at all. After Sasuke, now we have issues. So, first things first. Minato deflects the Flying Thunder God. He is the Flying Thunder God. Holy shit, whoa. He deflects, or he warps away the giant Bijou Dama into the middle of the sea at some point, and then explodes there. The shockwaves felt in the middle of the sea from there to where they are now. And my only question with that scene is, at what point did Minato put a fucking kunai in the middle of this random rock in the middle of the sea? When the hell did you do that? When the fuck did he do that? Questionable. Very, very, very questionable. It truly is. Almost like he knew that there was going to be a Bijou Dama of that caliber being fired. And so he deliberately put that kunai there, as if he knew what was already coming. So, I mean, maybe he did. I don't fucking know. But the fact that there was a random kunai in the middle of a rock in the middle of the sea, very, very, very questionable. But whatever, I'll take it. I'll take it at face value. I mean, the way Kishimoto drew it out, the way Kishimoto drew out the explosion, it was weird. It was like half the fucking sea was pitch black. Like almost like someone cut that sea in half. It was strangely depicted. It really was. But that scene, not that bad at all. The next thing about the chapter is there's actually a plugin for the Narusaku fans. Basically, we have Minato coming in there talking about how he's a good guy, and then he tells Naruto is that her girlfriend, and he's pointing to Sakura because Sakura's healing him. And then Naruto's like, you know, she is, bro. Yeah. And Sakura headbutts him in the back of the head. And then at that point, Minato relates Sakura to Kushina. And the reason why, and then of course we have Hinata watching afar, like she's watching from a distance. And the reason why it's a plugin, obviously, is because of the fact that Minato relates Sakura to Kushina. And during the Kushina-Minato flashback, Kushina, when she was dying, and she was talking to Naruto, who's a baby, and one of the things that she said was, if you fall in love with someone who's like me. And because Minato relates Sakura to Kushina, well then you could say that, okay, well, Naruto maybe with Sakura later on. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care who marries who fucks who has babies with who. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care. All I want to say is that, for me personally, the one that makes the most sense to me is Naruto and Hinata, given their character relationship and their character growth. So, that's the way I see it. But whatever. I don't care. Moving on. Now, that's number 2. Number 3. Kage swoop in. Like fucking eagles. Like, eagle. Yeah. Like they swoop in like mother hawks. And this scene, I'm not gonna lie. badass. It was badass. It was badass. It was badass. It was badass. I mean, like, we have Hashirama coming in there like, yeah, I love breaking parties, man. Like, he's a clown. Of course, we have Tobirama, the best Hokage bar none, coming in there. And he actually admits that Minato's Flying Thunder God is better than his own. And that makes sense to me because, you know, over the course of time and yada, 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 so on and so forth. But that doesn't change the facts. That does not change the facts that Tobirama is still numero uno. Numero uno. Uno. That's one finger. All right, not 2-1. All right, he's number one. Okay, we have Ryuzen coming in there like old man ninja stance, like, yeah, let's go, youngest. Yeah. So that was all badass. And then of course we have, and then basically the people are like, what the hell's going on? And then we have Ryuzen explaining to the other shinobi that Orochimaru revived us, and they're here to help. They're here to quote unquote end the war. They're here to quote unquote pull a shakes. That's what they're here to do. They're here to pull a shakes to end the war. And I mean, let's go. Let's go. So, and they come out strong. They come out real strong. Like, damn, Kage is all right. But and surprisingly, they're much more in sync with each other than I thought they'd be. That was real cool to see those guys in sync like they were. But scene 3 is them touching down. Scene 4 is, and this is funny because it was actually very amusing. And I'm sweating right now. I'm sweating. So hold on, man. Yo, bid me. Listen, man. It was actually very amusing because we have Madara. He's mad. And remember, he was mad pumped. He was mad hyped when Hashirama, when he sensed him, he got an orgasm. Oh, Hashirama. And he was like, whoa. And then he sees Hashirama. He's like, yeah, let's go. And fucking Hashirama, he points at him. He's like, wait, Mate. He's like, wait. I'm like, what? He's like, wait, hold on. Wait a second. We need to have the Jubi first, all right? You're secondary. The Jubi's primary. Oh. And Madara was not pleased about it because the Jubi is a quote-unquote god. And you are an OP shinobi, but you're not a god. You're not Jubi level. So, obviously, they need to take care of the Jubi first. And plus, considering the fact that the Jubi is outside of Madara's control right now, yeah, the Jubi is a massive, massive threat. So that's scene number 4. And again, like it was funny because Madara, he's all pumped up. He's like, yeah, Hashirama, man, I've been longing for this day. Hashirama Mate! That was good. That was really good. So that's number 4. Number 5, like I said before, is seeing these guys in sync with each other and them forming the formation of the 4 red suns, which is an enhanced version of the 4 violet flame pillar thing that was done before the time skip by the Sound 4 when they trapped in Ryuzen and Orochimaru in their battle in Konoha. So a much more advanced version because it actually encompasses the entire Jubi. And also Hashirama, he pulls out a sage technique, and it is sage mode. He pulls out a sage technique where he actually has these giant like wooden pillars that trap and that pin down the tails of the 10 tails. But the main thing about this last scene is that Minato Namikaze uses Bijou mode, and this to me threw me off big time. Why? Because we all know, and people were saying that Madara, and people were saying that Minato's gift to Naruto would be the other half of the 9 Stones chakra. And that is also possible. I mean, like, he's using it right now for himself to perform this technique, but it's not like he can't give the chakra to Naruto. He probably could at some point. Yeah, why not? I don't see why not. But my thing here is that why does it look exactly like Bijou mode when the chakra that is inside Minato right now is the Kyuubi's yin chakra, not his yang chakra. Yin chakra is the chakra of the spirit. Yang chakra is the chakra of the physical body. It's physical chakra versus spiritual chakra. which is why when Naruto went into first chakra mode, when he was training with Yamato and Killer Bee, and by the way, Yamato still on hiatus, still trapped in that underground cavern, I think so. Who knows? He may come and save the day. Who knows? He may be the guy to beat fucking Madara. I don't know. Yamato, no one knows. But the thing about it is that when Naruto went into that chakra mode, the life energy that he was producing was so strong, where the actual trees themselves that Yamato was producing actually grew. The trees themselves actually grew. So now, of course, I'm sweating, it's hot as fuck today. So now, my question is, why would Yin Chakra at least appear in the same function as Yang Chakra? Why is that? That shouldn't be happening. At least inverted. Because the Yin and Yang concept is a concept of Taoism. It's the, like the Taoist symbols of, here, I'll show right here, right? It's that symbol of Taoism, where we have the white and the black. We have the, like that thing that the Hugo always do when they stands up and shit. But the way I see it, or the way I think it should have been, which would have been really badass, is that since Naruto's Yang is reminiscent of the white Yang side, where most of his body is very white, that sounds racist, but it's most of his body is the QB chakra is very bright, very color, very, very, very bright, and there's patches of dark sage markings on that chakra cloak. Well, why can't Minato's Yin Bijou mode be the inverse, where his chakra cloak is predominantly dark with patches of white sage markings? Because that would match the whole entire Taoism Yin and Yang concept. That would match it completely. But Kishimoto apparently didn't want to do that way. And that, to me, I think is to me personally, I think it's a missed opportunity. Because that would have been really badass. That would have been really, 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 but really badass. Real badass. But he didn't do that. So, but still, either way, that was the best scene in the entire chapter. Now, the last thing. So that was all the stuff that occurs before Sasuke Uchiha gets in there. The stuff that occurs after Sasuke Uchiha gets there, which is right at that point in time. Oh my god. Come on, people. Basically, what ends up happening is that Sasuke touches down. And let me do all in one go, right? So the part, all that stuff beforehand is actually pretty solid. So I'll give it a good before Sasuke. All that stuff is good. After it, okay. Sasuke touches down. And then we have most of the Rookie 9, excluding like Rock Lee and Tenten and those two. Most of the Rookie 9, they kind of like surround him. They're like, what are you doing here? Blah, blah, blah. Sasuke, whatever. Fuck it. And then Sasuke says, you guys are very boisterous as usual. And then he says, a lot of things have happened. But I'm here to protect Konoha. And become Hokage. Now, first of all, for all the naysayers who were telling you beforehand, oh, Sasuke isn't good. He has some alternate plan. He's gonna pull out a hook and ladder. No, he's good. Throw on no hook and Larrys. Throw on no roundabout plans. Throw on no side missions. He's good. He's officially good. He even said himself to protect Konoha and to become Hokage. Naruto, believe it.
Believe it.
That's right. Believe it.
Believe it.
So Sasuke is good. So that's confirmed good, alright? And obviously we have Shikamaru and the other Rookie 9. They're like, no fucking way. You're missing Nin. You've caused too much damage to the village. You side with Akatsuki. Yada, 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 so on and so forth. And Sasuke says, I don't care what you guys think. The reason why all this happened was because the current Kages let this shit happen, which is actually true in a way. And then, I'm here to become Hokage, so that shit won't happen ever again. And at that point in time, Naruto remembers what Itachi told him about becoming Hokage. And it goes along the lines of this. You do not choose to become Hokage. People accept you to become Hokage. That's the way it was. Like that's what Itachi was saying along those lines. And what's very important is that people, and so that's the difference between Sasuke and Naruto when it comes to the whole entire Hokage thing at this point in time. The difference here is that Sasuke, he himself is choosing by himself to become Hokage. So he can change things that he sees fit that may help the world later on. But Naruto would be accepted by the people of Konoha to be Hokage. Sasuke's way is the way Itachi said is not the right way. But Naruto's way is the right way. Because Naruto has done so much for the village where the village would want him to be Hokage. In fact, people want him to be Hokage. When Tsunade was out of commission and they were appointing Danzo, there were little scenes of people, random people in the village who were saying that, yeah, we would like Naruto, since he's the hero of the village, we would like him to be Hokage. We trust him. Sasuke has nowhere near that approval from the people, let alone the other shinobi of that village. So of Konoha. So that's the one. So that was actually very, that was actually key, very key, when it comes to the whole entire Kage standpoint of Sasuke and Naruto. And then Naruto, he gets up because apparently he's done healing. He's like, nah, I want to be Hokage. Cue in, believe it.
Believe it. Believe it.
So they apparently go and jump on some small plateau. And then they watch, because, Hashirama is like, I'm really happy that there's actually 2 candidates for Hokage. But we got to take out the Jubi. They go on the fucking pedestal. Sakura apparently hops the fuck in. It's like, I've been storing up all this chakra apparently, and I'm apparently gonna show my true power. Yeah, fuck the bitch. And that's a chapter. So obviously, and this should be very obvious, right? Obviously, Sasuke now revealing that his goal has changed from destroying the village to not only protecting the village, but doing so by becoming Hokage. Obviously, this is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. This is not. This is not. And let me explain to you why that is. But let me just start by saying this, alright? The way the story is going now, I see it as Sasuke becoming Hokage of Konoha, and then Naruto becoming like the Super Kage, like the Uber Kage, the Kage that rules over all Kage. And him being in this position by becoming the next Sage Six Paths, by becoming the next Jinchuriki of the Jubi. That's why I can see the story going on. Because remember, Naruto wants to attain this everlasting eternal peace in his super ideological mind. So that's the way I see it ending in that fashion. Whereas, Sasuke is Hokage, we have the regular Raikage, Kazekage, Mizukage, Tsuchikage, and then Naruto, the super uber Kage, like the Kage of all Kage. Now, that being said, getting back to why this is not a good thing. Number 1, the fact remains is that now that Sasuke is good, confirmed good, no roundabout hook and ladder plans, this means that for the overall story, all of the hints and all of the notions that preceded this particular event that established Sasuke as a villain are now negated. Understand that. Everything in the past that established Sasuke as a villain, as a bad guy, as one who would dive into darkness for the sake of attaining and achieving his goals, most of that is now negated because of Sasuke's shift via Hashirama's speech. That's number 1. Number 2 is that now this only leaves 3 major people to be the overall villain of the series. All 3 options are not good. Number 1, Madara. He's not a good option to be an overall villain. He is not. Because Madara's established. Listen, Madara had a he had a plan set in motion, and that plan was carried out via Obito, but Madara himself was not even established as a villain until, you could argue, at the beginning of Shippuden, but in that sense, no, not even, but until this final arc, because that's when he actually shows up and starts doing shit. Number 2, Obito himself, shitty as fuck. I don't need to say anything else. He is the worst villain in the series, period, bar none. He is crap. Number 3, the Jubi itself. The Jubi itself can't even fucking talk. I mean, it has a transformation at this point in time, but it's another transformation. Basically, it's lacking two-tailed beasts. It's not full power. And this god, demon, Ashra aspect that it had beforehand, it's like, it's not, no. You know, this demon god thing, it's not working out. It's not. It's not even noteworthy at this point in time, the Jubi. So, no. You only have 3 options now because Sasuke's out of the picture. And those 3 options aren't good options. That simple. That's number 2. Number 3. The shift in Sasuke's character was one of the most abrupt shifts I've ever seen in shonen history. This guy literally overnight went from evil as shit, evil as piss, like, yeah, I'm gonna kill all these people, all this hatred that I've accumulated over the course of my lifetime. My hatred for my brother, the hatred for the village, me diving into darkness even further by doing devious acts such as stabbing Karin through the chest and getting to Danzo, killing samurai. I'm gonna kill all these shinobi. No. Overnight, that is gone, that is done with. And because of a Hashirama speech, I'm good, I see the light shine upon me. Eagles, like, no, like, what the fuck? Like, come on. That's not a good thing. That's definitely not a good thing. I mean, this guy was talking to freaking Itachi when Itachi came in, and he was evil as shit. He sees Itachi, and then he just hops over, does his thing with Nissan, fights against Kabuto, and he says, I'm not gonna save the village because of a few words that you tell me. He says that, or something along those lines. But ironically, Hashirama said shit. And when he said shit, you listen, and your entire paradigm changes. Really. So not even Itachi. Itachi wasn't the one who shifted you. It was Hashirama. To the point where you're actually considering being Hokage. Come on. Are you kidding me? I could go on. But I'm done. I could go on, but I'm done. Because I'm just done with it. I'm just done. Because it's not good. Sasuke is no longer he turned good. And well, I still had hopes for him because of the fact that, there could be a possibility that he would retain some of his evil attributes and still retain some of his dark mindset. But no! He didn't. Because he's going to be Hokage. Or he's going to try to be Hokage. So, yeah. Sasuke Uchiha fallen from grace. Big time. Big time. So I'm done. He's no longer a good character. He's no longer... look. When I did my rise and fall of Sasuke... Actually, no. My fall and rise of Sasuke. It should have been a fall, rise, and fall again. Because that's what it is. He's fallen from grace. He's fallen from grace. I'm done. King of Lightning. Be sure, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.